Radio.
Every decision I've ever made in my entire life has been wrong. My life is the complete opposite of everything I want it to be.
Hello.
Hi guys, that was a quick commercial today.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. But anyway, my name's Alexa.
My name's Brandy.
And my name is Caitlin.
And this is the third wheel. So I think this is the last time we'll probably be saying this, but how was your break, guys?
It was good. It went way too fast, of course.
Definitely think so. I was running around all over Long Island, all over Queens, just like to catch up with family and everything. So it wasn't really relaxing for me, but
Yeah, I had a lot of homework to catch up on this break. So.
yeah, I agree. I had like a lot of papers. I'm still currently in the midst of writing a paper.
Yeah. I had more homework this break than over the entire spring break.
Like school year, like the whole school year. I didn't have this much homework.
I actually didn't have that much.
That's
I
good.
did most of it. I went to the library last night and got everything done.
Oh, so studious. I was in the library too. Where were you?
In one of the computer labs.
I was in Hogwarts.
Oh,
so.
fun. I walked through there, though. That's awkward.
Oh, okay. You probably like saw me and didn't want to say hi or anything.
Yeah, I
Avoid
actually
eye
saw you and I
contact.
ran the other way. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Knew it. That's okay. But a lot like, for this whole break, I was thinking a lot about like I don't know, my childhood, because I was watching a lot of like throwback shows, and like Rocket Power was on one morning.
I was watching Rocket Power and I was so excited.
And then I found Lanyard in my closet. Do you guys remember Lanyard?
Yeah, and I saw your Snapchat story. Do you remember?
No,
like,
what's lanyard?
Lanyard is like, it was really prevalent at like camps, like
it's
summer
like,
camps.
Plastic, like
Yeah.
string.
It's plastic string, and you can make like
Oh.
boxes and like circles and braid
You know the
it.
movie
Yeah.
Napoleon's
I don't know how to
Dynamite?
explain it.
You know the things that she sells?
Mhm.
Those.
That's
Okay.
lanyard. Not like lanyard, like not like
Yeah.
Iona car
That's
key
what I was
lanyard.
thinking, but
Just
okay.
like toy lanyard that you would make at like camp. So I started playing with it again, and like I brought some to school just in case I got bored, and like I don't know, I just was thinking a lot about like elementary school, and then I saw this BuzzFeed article that was entitled 32 Pictures That Will Give You Intense Elementary School Flashbacks. Intense. They'll come at you at lightning speed.
I saw these and I was like, wow.
Yeah, because they're all so true for the most part. I guess we won't do 32 of them because that's a lot. But I'll go through some of the really like important ones that I like really like connect with. So the first one is like, it says shooting up lead. So it was like when you use like mechanical pencils and you would pretend that you were giving yourself a shot. Did you guys do that?
I never did that.
You never did that? Look, there's a
You never
gif.
did that?
There's a gif, and it's just like a mechanical pencil, and then you like would. Do you see it? You would just pretend like the lead was going in your arm, and you'd be like, "Look, I'm giving myself a shot."
The first time I saw that, I was like, wow.
Yeah,
My mind was blown, and then I was
it's
like,
an
no.
optical illusion, Brandy. Do you not? I can't believe you didn't do that.
I just shot myself up with the lead.
No, it's not actually
Not actually
shooting.
doing it.
It goes in, so it creates the illusion that it was going into your arm. The next thing on this list is times tables, and I don't know about you guys, but I
never
always
did
had
these.
I had to take like a times table test, and it was like we had like 5 minutes to do all of the times tables, like 1 to 10. I don't know, something not like 1 to 10, like something like all the times tables basically. And it was like a really intense race to the finish, and if you finished all of them in the 5 minutes, you'd get like a prize or something. You get like a sticker.
Sticker.
That was good, like back in the day. If you could get a sticker, that was like you won something important. You guys remember Mr. Sketch scented markers?
I loved those.
These were the best because art class was just like, that was what I wanted. Like I didn't want paint, I didn't want anything else. I wanted Mr. Sketch smelly markers because I like the blueberry one.
Yeah.
Which one did you like the best?
I think I like the watermelon the best.
Watermelon. Yeah, everybody liked watermelon.
It just smells so good.
And there were times in art class when these things would dry out completely, and like they'd be so depressing because you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get some Mr. Sketch, and then like you open it and there's nothing there,
Yeah.
and it smells like nothing. What were you saying before, Brandy? These Smensels?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Were those
know.
similar to Mr. Sketch?
Kind of, but they were pencils.
Yeah, and they came in like a little container.
They were in a tube, right?
Yeah.
Did they sell those at book fairs a lot?
Yes.
Book
and
fairs is
gel
on this.
pens.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I love gel
Book fairs
pens.
is on this list as like one of the best days of the year. Is the book
Honestly,
fair.
It really
Wow,
was.
it
I
was.
always got those like really, really big erasers.
the ones that say big mistakes on
Big
it. My
bigger
brother
mistakes.
used to get those a lot.
And then I used to take my pencil and just like stab it on the
Yeah.
chalkboard.
Do you remember those little tiny erasers that were in little shapes and little animals?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I used to love those so much.
I had ones that were in the shape of
Remember
fruit.
The ones that were really small but really long.
Yes. And you can like just twirl them around, and yeah, it was.
I used to chew on them.
I was always that kid that forgot money for the book fair, and I would
was
have to
that kid
salvage
too.
things.
I
I would like
know.
go outside and look for quarters on the floor and in my backpack.
I actually never read the books I would buy.
Oh, I
at
don't
book
think
fairs.
I've read a
I would
single
just
one.
buy like the nicest looking cover, and I would just be like, "Yeah, these are my new books," and I would never read them.
I know. Or I would order them from the catalog.
Mhm.
I would order a bunch of new books, and then I would just like, I would do it just so on the day that they arrived, I would be the kid that had the delivery.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'd be like, okay, so here's the list of people who have to come up and get their package, and it'd be like,
Like
blah blah
me.
blah 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 blah, and then Alexa, and then you get to walk up in front of everyone and be like, yeah, that's right, I had the books.
I thought ahead of time.
Yeah. I planned money. I asked my mom for 25 cents.
Man, I
When
really
things
miss
were 25
those.
cents.
I
I
wish we
know.
still had those.
I know. What else? Oh, this pizza in the purest form of a rectangle. It says so, like like Sicilian pizza, I guess, but the Elio's version.
Elio's.
Version, yeah.
I still eat those now.
I
love them.
know. My mom still buys them, and like if we don't have anything for lunch, some days like my mom will just be like put an
Mhm.
Elio's in the pizza
They're
in the
solid.
oven.
They're good.
Yeah, they're okay. I mean, my elementary school, was not very good at like heating them up for some reason.
Really?
And
They
whenever
were always cold.
Yeah, whenever I bought them, they were freezing. They were freezing cold. So I stopped buying them. I stopped buying lunch, I think, in 5th grade, and I
Mhm.
got grossed out.
Do you remember the pens that like you tried to put all of them down at once? It was like the different colors that you like would these things.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know how to explain that. What is the description on BuzzFeed?
It says trying to push all 4 colors down at the same time. So it's one of
Yeah.
those pens that like had the multicolored,
Mhm.
and like you pick the color of whichever one you wanted, and like that's what the color went down. But you always tried to put them all down at once.
Yeah, I used to take them apart so I can use all of them at once and just like hold the lead casing. I don't know how to
I
describe
used to think
pens.
that they were all the same. It was all the same like ink.
Oh no.
So that's why I tried to push them down. I think that's
No, everybody tried to do that. That's so classic. My pens used to explode on me a lot
Same.
in elementary school. Yours,
They still do.
Brandy's pens still explode on her all the time. Didn't one explode on you when you were like chewing on it and it was like all over your mouth?
Mhm, and
That's
I went
happened
to
to
the
me
orthodontist,
before.
and they were like, "Have you been chewing on pens?" And I was like, "No, what are you talking about?"
Oh, they knew. It was still in your
Yeah.
teeth.
Did you have
Mhm.
braces on?
Yes, I did.
Oh no.
My brother broke like all of his brackets from pens.
Are you serious?
He broke like 4 or 5
Really?
at least.
I didn't break any, and I chewed gum,
Yeah,
and I
me
did crazy
too.
too.
I think I broke one.
Really?
Really? I never did.
I don't
Like,
know.
I forget what. Oh, I don't know what I was doing actually.
Probably eating like a chewy candy or something.
No, but I was doing it on something like I didn't like that wasn't.
It wasn't anything. I don't know. Caitlin just lost for words. How did she break her bracket? Let's ask your mom.
I know.
How did Caitlin break her bracket?
My mommy's watching. Hi, mommy. Hi, daddy.
Oh, hey. This is like a little. We'll sidetrack for a little bit. We always do. Do you guys remember when you lost your first tooth? Because I do, and it was like
Not my first
traumatizing.
one. Really?
My
'Cause-
dog ate the first tooth that I lost.
No, but how did you lose it? Because I remember mine is so cliche. I was eating an apple, and it came out in the apple, and I started crying immediately. And my mom,
How did I lose my first tooth?
Yeah, text her, Mrs. Finnegan.
Yeah, she's typing. So let's
Okay,
see if
cool.
she's actually listening to this.
But yeah, like I lost it in an apple. I had to like salvage it from the apple, and my mom was like,
My mom
"Call
just
your
said that
grandma."
we're frozen on the
Aw.
radio.
Aw.
Frozen.
Always frozen. And my
I
mom made me call my grandma, and my grandma was so excited.
Aw, I don't remember how I lost my first tooth, but one incident, I was eating a Jolly Rancher lollipop. I think I told you this already.
Maybe.
And it was a green apple Jolly Rancher lollipop, and you know how it gets chewy, kind of?
Yeah, I know how
Yeah.
Jolly Ranchers.
So
yeah.
it was just like hanging in the corner of my mouth, and I took it out, and my tooth just ripped off with it.
Ooh, did it
Yeah.
hurt at all, or was it like one of
It
those
was
like
pretty loose, so it was
Okay.
like, yeah, I didn't like rip
like
it
hanging
out.
by a string kind of tooth?
Yeah, I actually had this is disgusting while we're talking about this, but my like front tooth was hanging by like
a
gum.
your gum?
It was
Ooh.
like twisting. It was disgusting. Sorry for that.
Wait, did you guys ever lose your teeth at school?
I
Yeah,
think
that's
I
the
lost.
Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, I think I might have lost a couple.
Did they ever? What did they do They
Did
gave
they
you,
have the necklaces?
Yep.
Oh,
No, what?
Yeah,
What is
it's like
this?
it's like a big tooth necklace, and it's like in the shape of a tooth, but it's
Oh.
like white. And so you open it and you put your tooth in it, and then you like close it, and then it's like a necklace. So I always
remember
wanted to lose
those.
I always wanted to lose my tooth in school, and like one of my front teeth were like hanging by a thread.
Ew.
I was in the lunch line just like playing with it, and then all of a sudden it like came out. And I was like,
And you
And blood
swallowed
went
it.
everywhere.
no, it wasn't bleeding. I just was really excited. I was like, oh my god, I lost my tooth at school. Like, oh my god. And then
So you stole her tooth.
no, it's my.
It was her tooth.
Oh.
Who do you think she's?
I thought you said your friend's tooth.
You think she's going around ripping teeth out of people's mouths? That's crazy. No, but like I never got one of those necklaces. I saw people who had them, but I never got one. I guess I never lost a tooth at school.
Yeah.
I asked my mom how I lost my tooth, and she said January 23rd at night.
She
That's
remembers
very
the
specific,
date.
but how
How
did it
beautiful.
happen?
I don't know. She said finally fell out.
It just fell out. You were sleeping and it just fell out.
I don't know.
One of my friends, she was eating a muffin and she had a wiggly tooth, and then she was eating the muffin, and then she stopped eating the muffin, and then her tooth was gone,
Really?
and
She
she
swallowed
just
it.
swallowed her tooth.
Oh no.
That happened. That almost happened to my friend. Like when I was little, she said just fell out. Had been wiggly forever. So I
It-
don't
it
have any,
just
I don't
fell
have
out.
any good stories.
Oh,
about losing
okay.
my
I
tooth.
would always know that my tooth was loose. Like nothing ever just I swallowed it. Like I always
Really?
knew.
I
would-
almost swallowed one of mine.
I would like loosen them so I could just pull them out. 'Cause
Yeah.
I couldn't like.
I miss wiggly teeth.
Me honestly, me too.
It was so much fun just to
I
wiggle
miss
them
the
around.
Very weird thing again. I left Cheez-Its on my. Like I taped them to my wall because for the tooth fairy to come when she gave me my money.
That's so cute. I mean, were they gone the next day? Like
They weren't. My mom didn't even take them. No
she,
effort.
She was probably really confused as to why you had cheese
I
taped to
said
your wall.
tooth fairy.
Oh.
So you should have known, but
I mean, it was probably late at night. She probably just wanted to
yeah.
give you the money
Probably
and get
didn't
out.
see them.
I don't know if my parents know this, but one time when I was like when my tooth fell out, I went to go to bed and I went to put my tooth under my pillow, and there was already $20 there, and I was like, "Good job, guys.
$20?
Good
My
job, guys."
grandpa did that to me. Like, I told him that I was gonna put my tooth underneath my pillow because I lost my tooth that day, and he was like, "Okay." And then like I saw him turn around and like move my pillow, and I was like, "What did you just do?" And he was like, "Nothing." And I was like, "Did you just put something under my pillow?" And he was like, "No, no, no." And I looked at under my pillow, and there was $20 there, and I was like, "Grandpa, that's the tooth fairy's job." And like he ruined the tooth fairy for me.
You guys got $20 for your teeth. That's a
That was
lot of
my
money.
grandpa. If it was my parents, it'd literally be $1 at most, 50
same.
cents sometimes. My parents got sick of the teeth thing.
Mhm. I had a silver tooth because I'm such a gangster,
I have one.
and I got $5 for that.
Because it was silver and it was worth money.
Yep.
And the tooth fairy sold it on the black market. Okay, let's move on from
Yeah.
teeth. Teeth are so gross. Do you guys remember the scooters from gym class that if you like put your fingers down the wrong way, you would roll over on them?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that was like the most pain I think anyone could have
That
ever
was the
gotten. when
best
they were
day
little.
of gym though.
Do you think that was the best day?
That and the ropes.
That used to
played,
freak me out,
Really?
the scooters, because I hated being on the spot because we would do scooter races, and I
Yeah,
wasn't
we would
like
do that
really
too.
fast. So like I was just like would take my time. I wouldn't want to roll over my fingers. So everyone's like, "Come on, Alexa, stop being a loser." It's just like I'm trying.
Like the elementary school I went to was called Dickinson,
Mhm.
and like once or twice a year we do this thing called Dickinson City,
Mhm.
and it's like it was like this pretend city like in our gym, and
That's cool.
Like the scooters were our car.
Oh.
So we would like go from store to store, and we would like work and get
That's
money and
cute.
stuff, and like you would get toys, and then you would.
That's
like,
what you did with the scooters?
Yeah.
We had to have like really intense races where
Yeah, we
everyone
did that
took it
too.
too seriously.
Or we had to go around cones and stuff.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Mhm.
That's why I didn't like scooter day. It was too much pressure.
Yeah.
I did like the day that we would play with tents, like the big rainbow tent, and you'd have to like go underneath it and like.
oh yeah. I think
do
I
you
went to that
remember?
once.
We used to do it like once a year. Another thing from gym class that we did one time, I think it was like when I was in 3rd grade, we did Harry Potter, like a unit on Harry Potter. So like we all got like sorted into houses. This was probably the coolest day ever. We got sorted into houses. So like you went up
What
and
house
touched.
were you in?
I was Gryffindor, obviously.
Yeah.
I knew I would be Gryffindor, and then I went up there and I got Gryffindor. And then the kids that got Slytherin were so upset. Like half of them were crying. They were like, "You think I'm a bad kid?" And like half of them were like really bad kids, so it was pretty bad.
That's really
So,
funny. actually.
but it was actually really sweet because like for a whole month you'd go to gym class, and we'd have gym like twice a week in elementary school.
My mom
You'd-
just said it's a parachute, not a tent.
Sorry. Oh, well, thanks for the correction. But anyway, so we would go to like gym class, and if you were wearing your house colors, you'd get like points for your house,
Wow.
and we played Quidditch with like really cool like.
That's cool.
It was so awesome, and then we only did it once,
Oh,
so
that's pretty cool though. That's really awesome.
it was a lot of work. I think that's probably why they didn't want to do it again.
I like the creativity though.
Yeah, it was cool. Any other ones that you
Did
really want
we
to?
skip the recorder?
Oh, we did. Sorry.
Because I used to love my recorder, and I still know how to play hot cross buttons.
So
Oh, so do I.
Like-
That's something I'll never forget because we did it
Mhm.
literally every
Every
day.
day,
And I would go home and like practice it, and my mom would be really annoyed because it was just not the most pleasant sounding
Yeah.
instrument. Do you remember the first time that we played it in class? How like bad we all were.
Mhm, Everyone's like,
It was so bad. I'm not musically inclined though. I wish I was like really good at instruments, but I played the cello in like 4th grade, and I
did you really?
So
Yeah.
did I.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no
was
idea what
awful
I
at
was
it.
doing. Me too. I had
I
no
used to
idea what I was
pretend.
doing. Me too. Caitlin. Oh my gosh, this is why we're friends because we didn't know how to play the cello. I would like tell my music teacher that I didn't want to like do it anymore because like I just didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't into it,
Mhm.
and she's like, "Why? You're so good. Like I hear you at the concerts and you play so beautifully."
like,
and
I
I'm
don't-
literally just strumming the bow in any direction that I want to, and apparently it sounded good.
I used to hate carrying that thing around.
oh, I
Bringing
didn't.
bringing it back and forth.
I didn't carry it around.
I used to
I
play
left it there.
I used to play the clarinet in middle school, and I used to be so embarrassed of it. I used to throw it over my backyard so nobody would see
You
me.
threw a clarinet
Yeah,
into
it
a
was-
backyard.
Because my house was like right by the school, so when I would walk home or walk to school, I would just throw it in my backyard so nobody would see me.
Oh my
walking with it.
goodness.
Yeah.
That's
so
actually really funny.
You were
Mhm.
Squidward?
I was Squidward.
You should have continued and you could like be Squidward.
Honestly, my band teacher was insane, so I didn't do it in high school.
Why was it that all music teachers were really crazy? I don't
know.
Wait, guess what my music teacher's last name was, Caitlin? Finnegan.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But she was really mean, so I don't think she was related to you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
But anyways, maybe I'll pick up an instrument like later on in my
I
life
taught
when I
myself
need
guitar.
a hobby.
I just haven't played in like 4 years.
You know guitar?
Yeah.
Can you like teach me? That's so cool because like start a band.
Yes,
Imagine.
honestly.
Hey.
Well, no kidding.
We
the
could,
third
play
wheel
at the,
band.
we could play at the basketball games and stuff. Give me the pep band.
What? Can you imagine us just like playing the acoustic guitar at a basketball game? Just like, go Gales, yeah, strum, strum, strum. Like that's weird. What about?
Heads down, thumbs up.
What?
Do you
what-
guys remember this?
Wait, what is it?
7 Up.
7 Up.
Oh yeah, that was one of my favorite games. Or do you remember Four Corners? You would have to stand in like the four corners of
and
the
then
room.
one person would have to guess which corner you're in.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that one I don't remember really how to play that. What like the rules are, but I just remember standing in a corner.
You stand in the corner. You stand. One person stands in the middle, and then they like
Go
run,
around.
and like you run around whatever. And it's kind of like a Russian roulette type thing. If it's like if they guess 4 and you're in 4, you're out.
Yeah, I like 7-Up better though, but everyone would always cheat and look at everyone's shoes.
That's what I
Yeah.
used to do.
Really? You were that kid? I think
was-
I did it a couple times
And
too.
everybody would always only pick their friends.
Yeah.
And it got so annoying after a while.
We used to also play this game called Mr. Mayor or Hello Mr. Mayor. Do you remember?
Nope.
Did you guys play this?
Mhm.
So one person would sit in a chair like in the middle of the room and their back would be like facing everybody else so they couldn't see like anybody. And then one person would sit in the chair behind them and do a different voice, but they would say hello Mr. Mayor in a different voice. And then that person, the mayor, would have to guess who that was even though they had a different voice. So
Did
it
you
was
guys ever
cool.
play Indian Chief?
yeah, that was cool.
I loved that game. Did you play it?
I might have.
It's like one person has to leave the room, and then you pick in the circle who the chief is, and they have to like start like making different motions, and like
Yeah,
everyone
one person
watches
creates
them.
a pattern with their like hands and they clap and they do other stuff and everybody else has to follow. So the person that left the room has to come back and see who the leader is, who the
Okay.
chief is.
I do
They have
kinda
to they have to
remember
like guess it, and if they guess it wrong, like nothing.
They have to like go
happens.
back or guess again or something
Yeah.
like that.
that. Mm.
Any other ones that you guys want to talk about from this list? Those are the ones that I really thought stood out to me.
This isn't on the list, but do you guys remember MASH?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
MASH was
of
like so
course.
cool. I remember just playing that in lunch all the time and like
Mhm.
playing concentration and
Oh
like
my God, concentration.
yeah, all those hand games that we had to do to pass the time. You know, before we had technology.
Okay, shut up.
I'm just kidding. I hate when people say that.
You know.
Do fifth graders have cell phones? I mean,
I wouldn't be
I don't know.
surprised.
I think there was a
honestly.
couple kids in my school in fifth grade who had cell phones, but they were just flip phones.
Yeah, same.
I think I had one because I used to have a babysitter, so my mom like didn't want me to die. So
Oh.
she gave me one like just in case. And it was
Good
my dad's
idea.
like really
For
old one, but
emergencies.
Yeah.
exactly.
I got mine in sixth grade.
But I wasn't like texting my friends and stuff. you know
No,
what I mean?
some kids in my school were texting their friends in fifth grade, but I don't know what they were texting about.
Exactly.
Like, hey, did you do the math worksheet? No, me neither. I don't
Going
know.
to
My mom
recess?
works at an elementary school, and she said they all have iPhones, all of them.
No.
Wait, even like the third graders and like the first graders.
Mom,
Mrs. Finnegan.
let's wait for.
Wait for a
I
response.
don't know if I would get my kid an iPhone. Like, I don't want to be that old lady parent that doesn't
I
get her
know.
kid a phone, but I don't know. I don't like that.
I don't really see the need in an 8-year-old having a phone.
I don't think so either.
But I got mine like in sixth grade, like I
3
said.
and up.
Wait, 3 years old and up?
How do they even know
Third,
how
no,
to
third
use
and third.
Oh,
it?
third grade. I was like a 3-year-old.
What?
How do they even know how to work it? Okay, third grade. No, I don't know.
I would get them like a beeper or something.
Do they even make pagers and beepers anymore?
I just like I can barely use my iPhone sometimes.
I know. I have no idea what's going on.
I
But
don't know.
I don't know. I feel like I'm probably going to be seen as like a strict parent because I don't
Me
want to give them
too.
a phone that early, but like I don't really think it's necessary. So they can
know.
wait till sixth grade.
Exactly. Even little kids, I see
I got
in
my phone at
restaurants
sixth grade.
Yeah.
all the time. Like they're just playing with iPads. They
Yeah, it's
sit
just for
there.
the games, right?
Exactly. But like I don't know. I don't want my kid to be like that. I want him
Like,
to
yes, I get
play
you
and
don't want
stuff.
your kid to cry and stuff in a restaurant, but like give
But
him
talk
like
to them.
give 'em a coloring
Give-
book.
crayons. Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, we sound so old right now.
I
Like use some
know.
crayons and
I
like play at a
know.
restaurant. But like seriously, like we were able to survive without technology.
Exactly.
Like everybody else was. Like they'll be fine if we don't
Exactly.
give them a phone until sixth grade.
I think
The
our
early-
generation,
Go ahead.
sorry,
Our
like, was at
generation?
the perfect time. Like, we
Yeah.
didn't have it at the perfect time, and it came in at the perfect time, like when we were in
We
high
got a
school.
good mix of everything.
Exactly.
And I think that's like really cool because we lived in like the two millennials. So it was like we were like born in the 90s and then now we
Exactly.
go into the 2000s. So like we're a good balance.
Exactly.
Okay, so cool. That wasn't all of the list, but that was the most important things we
majority of
found.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So do you want to slide into some music?
Sure.
What do we have?
Okay, we're gonna do a throwback, which is
Always.
not like full throwback, but kind of throwback. Year 3000 by the Jonas
That
Brothers.
is a full throwback.
And we're gonna play Frozen as much as Alexa doesn't want it to happen.
No,
but
you know, I don't hate Frozen. It's just not my fave, but I can deal with the
we're
song.
gonna play for the first time in forever from Frozen because like it's my favorite song ever. So yeah,
Enjoy.
yep, we'll be back in a few.
You're listening to WICR, Iona.